Storm Tracker 9 weather with meteorologist Cameron Landfield.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. We've got an interesting week ahead, and that starts with today. It's the coolest day of the week. We're not even going to make it to 80 degrees, and we're midway through August at this point, so it's going to be below average temperatures. Take a look behind me to start things off. We'll give you a view of the 4 cameras, and something you'll definitely notice on most of them, it's going to be cloud coverage. Specifically, of course, we're used to the cloud coverage out over Florence. That's the marine layer, which builds up every morning because of the differences in the water temperature and air temperature. But depending on the upper level atmosphere, that marine layer can be deeper or thinner. And today it's very, very deep. So it's a big, tall column of clouds sitting out over the coast, and it's actually sliding its way inland. That's what you're looking at here in Corvallis. That's the marine layer making its way in. It's filling in through some gaps, and that means we've got cloud coverage for many areas for this morning. It's going to remain out over the coast for almost the entire day. And then there's actually some high clouds that drift in as well. We've got influences up above us that are troughing, which means we see colder air developing. The air mass is cooler, and there's west winds all the way down the column, so we're getting more humidity from out over the ocean as well. I'll show you that here on the mid-level pattern. There's that trough I was talking about, but I'm actually going to skip forward a couple days, which is sort of a rarity, but I do need to show this off. You can see later in the day it actually gets deeper. That trough gets further and further down, which means its influence increases. Now Tuesday, it's a little bit less active as it slides out towards the east a bit. We see a little bit of ridging, but it returns coming up on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Look at that. There's actually a system that starts to develop offshore as we get into likely Friday, maybe Saturday, and that brings us rain chances over the valley and another round of some thunder and lightning potentially out over the Cascades, but it's going to be wet, so I wouldn't expect too much of a fire issue with that. So that's good news. Looks like we do have a pretty cool next couple days coming forward here. You can see the cold pool dropping down too. Watch how close these contours get as that temperature changes pretty aggressively over our head for today into tomorrow. And then again, that temperature sticks around too. We've got a cooler air mass, and that's really the main weather maker for the entire week ahead. Now that brings me over to smoke and air quality. Because of all those west winds and the consistent overturning of the atmosphere up above us, our air quality alert is going to be terminating today at 1 o'clock, and then it's not coming back for the entire week. We're going to see pretty clear skies, especially out over the valley. Maybe, of course, out towards the east, we'll still see some smoke and haze, and in those highest elevations right next to the active wildfires, it's going to be hazy and smoky, but the rest of the area, not going to look like last week. Now, into the stormcast, I want to show off the consistent cloud coverage for today. Getting it at 7 a.m., you can see that's when we have our deepest marine layer moving inland. 9:30, it's still sticking around, actually even picking up some sprinkles out along the coast, so you could get wet out there on the morning commute. 12:30, we drop a little bit of cloud coverage off out over Florence, but then another band of clouds passes in from the south with those southwest winds and continues to bring cloud coverage. Now we're looking at 9 p.m. and the clouds, they haven't left. So today is certainly a little bit of a gray one, and you can see on the 7-day forecast that that's going to be the case moving forward too. The coast is at its pretty average there of the high 60s, 68 to about 70 the whole week, but there's more cloud coverage every single morning. We'll see another very thick marine layer coming in around Thursday or Friday whenever that system pulls through. Now for the Umpqua Basin, it's going to look similar. You'll notice there's no rain chances out there, but we do have a lot of cloud coverage. 79 for today. It is the coolest day of the week, and then we don't see a single day getting into the 90s, so it's a cooler week ahead too. Cascade passes, still going to see some haze and smoke for today, but with the passage of our trough into tomorrow, I wouldn't expect that. But pay attention Friday, Saturday, like I said, chances of thunder coming up. Willamette Valley at 78 for today, and we'll see those low 80s, another 70 coming around on Friday. Lots of clouds, mostly in the morning, but some in the afternoon, and then Saturday, we do see our chances of rainfall.